Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Artez, and I'm the owner and operator of Tag Pressure Washing. I started this channel reluctantly, nervously, I would say, because I'm definitely not the best content creator. But regardless of if that's true, I still want to share my journey with you guys. I want to be transparent. I want to be authentic because I know it's some of you who are watching this and maybe you have dreams and goals that you want to pursue and you want to chase, but maybe it's something that's stopping you. Maybe it's fear of the unknown, or maybe it's not having all the resources that you want. I still have some fears. I don't have all the resources that I need, but regardless, I say, God, I'm gonna take a leap of faith and I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna just get moving and just adjust along the way. So hopefully this can encourage you just to start, So I started this business about a month ago. And I was really inspired mostly by my brother, my older brother. He lives in Florida. And about 6 years ago, he started his own pressure washing business. And I was encouraged by him, just looking from the outside in. I know he's a hard worker. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. But at that time, I wasn't like saying to myself, like, man, I want to start a pressure washing business. But it took several years later, a major career change, and just me recently just thinking to myself, man, I want to make some extra money to support my family, but also I want to do something that's going to add value to somebody else's life, right? Because I believe everybody should be treated respectfully. If you're paying your hard-earned money for something, a service, you should get quality service. So that's what I want to do. I want to provide quality service as I'm growing and as I'm learning. And so I looked at my wife one day and I said, hey, I want to start a pressure washing business. And she looking at me like, okay, because the reality is it would require sacrifice and an investment, right? Time, but money. And we ain't just got money just laying around like that. But you don't need a lot of money either to start a pressure washing business. I mean, I've heard people who started with nothing. I mean, they got equipment donated to them, or they started with little money, or you can rent things from Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that, and just get it in. Just start where you are. But for us, I say, hey, let's invest a little bit of money to start with some of the big things, and with a pressure washer and with a surface cleaner, because what I learned through my brother and doing research, like those are the two biggest things that's going to help you do a really good job. And so that's what we did. Went down to Arkansas. It's a couple hours from where we live, and we found a pressure washer on Facebook Marketplace for like $650, but he sold it to me for $625. And mind you, I mean, you always taking a risk on Facebook Marketplace because, man, you don't know. Some people are good people and they don't want to get over on you, but some people, they will get over on you. But this guy seemed like a good guy. He showed me how to work it. The pressure washer looked like it was in really good shape, but I'm like, I'm taking a risk. Hey, let's do it. So I ended up buying a pressure washer from him, eventually bought a surface cleaner. And I just started with what I had, right? Started with my driveway, and it was rough because I really didn't know what I was doing. I left a lot of streaks. It took me like 2 or 3 times to wash it, probably over 5 hours. And the driveway isn't massive, but that's what it took because I didn't really know. But shoot, it's better to start on my own situation than trying to get on somebody else's property and not try to work it out, or not try to mess something up, but work it out in my own house and then go to somebody else's house with a little bit more confidence. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I did. I started at my house, my driveway, my sidewalks, my patio. I'm like, okay, cool. I think I'm getting the hang of this thing, but still learning every single time. And then eventually I looked around my neighbors, looked around the people who stay around me, and I'm like, I can tell a huge difference between my driveway and their driveway. So I knock on doors, I'm waving people down like, hey, start a pressure washer business, and, I'd love to service you and help you out. Some people I did for free, again, for practice. Some people I charge very little. And even that, y'all, like, as I'm doing it and I gave them a price, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I undercut myself. Like, it's taking hours. And I'm like doing the math. I'm like, man, I don't even know if it was worth it. But regardless, you know, it was practice. And I'm learning every single time, trying to grow my confidence, cut my speed down, things like that. And so that's all part of the journey. You got to take them L's. It's going to be rough. You got to embrace the lessons, which I'm still doing because I'm still new to this. But let me just show y'all my setup, because prior to this particular setup, all I had was the family minivan. Like, I reached out to a friend and she wanted her house a driveway pressure wash. I'm like, okay, I'll be over there, you know, this weekend. And I had to load up the minivan. I mean, literally picking up the pressure washer and the surface cleaner and the hoses, everything, just putting it inside the minivan and loading it in and unloading and loading back. Man, it was a lot. Like, I was exhausted before I even started the job. But again, I mean, it's like humble beginnings. You got to work with what you had. But eventually, I started putting out fillers to some of my friends and say, hey, I'm looking for a trailer for really cheap, and end up coming across a trailer for super cheap. And so let me show y'all my setup here. Again, this trailer I bought from a friend. He was selling. He had it for quite some time. Sold it to me for $300. I think it's like I believe it's like a 5x8. And I'll show y'all just some pictures, or at some point a video, just what it looked like before. And it's still not completely done of a renovation. As you can see, the boards is really old and rotten. And so at some point I'm gonna get those boards replaced. The brake light, the wiring, it's so much stuff that needs to be updated. But once I get more money and set aside the time, I definitely put some more time into that. But trailer I got from a friend, $300, which I believe was a steal, because still good bones, good frame. It's hard to find something that cheap on Facebook Marketplace, and definitely not getting nothing like that at Lowe's. 2 crates that I had, and big fan of zip ties for now. I mean, I probably went overboard with the zip ties, but something to keep everything steady in place. I got my chemical, my gas can, my pump sprayer, some more chemical, ball valve here. Then let's see, surface cleaner I got off Amazon for $220 something, something like that. Man, it's a game changer. It cut down the time when you're cleaning large surfaces. So this pressure washer hose, it came with the pressure washer. So it's kind of like a factory type of pressure washing hose, but it was really stiff, and never used it because of that reason, but ended up buying 2 other pressure washing hoses from Northern Tool, which are way more flexible than this one, but I still kept it just in case one of these pop and I have a backup for a job. Then I got my garden hose. I think it's a 50-foot garden hose I had already at the house. It was actually giving me issues at a job a couple days ago, and I still need to figure out what's going on. 100-foot hose right here laying down. I need to put it on the reel. I actually just purchased this second reel off Amazon. So I now have 2 of these steel reels, metal reels. And so, like I said, I got 2 different pressure washing hoses, one 100-foot, and then the other one is 50 feet. And I just connected those 2. So it gave me a decent amount of coverage, because prior to that, I just had one 50-foot hose, and man, I had to move the pressure washer plenty of times so I can reach another part of the driveway or another part of the house. But having these 2 is a game changer, as well as having these 2 reels. I mean, they're sturdy, they're solid. It's easy to reel them up. It's easy to unreel them for the job. Like I said, I got the pressure washer off Facebook Marketplace, the Simpson Pro Series, 4,000 PSIs, 3.5 gallons per minute. It's getting the job done. I'm grateful. At some point, when I make more money, and I'll probably get a more powerful one, because, I mean, as you upgrade and reinvest, it's just going to help with efficiency and, cut down the time on jobs to get more jobs, make more money, right? 5-gallon bucket to apply the chemical. I actually got an X-Jet coming here pretty soon. Heard a lot about the X-Jet. It's a beast in the pressure washing industry. And I had to, again, save up some more money to purchase that. It was like $150. So I waited on that because for the longest, I was applying chemical with this pump spread, this 2-gallon pump spread, and it takes a while. But again, had to do what I had to do. But the X-Jet is actually going to allow me to apply chemical and to wash way more faster than the pump spread. And so anyway, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all a taste. Again, I have stories already. I'm only a month in, but regardless, I want to invite you to come along this journey. Please subscribe, turn your notifications on, because I want to commit to upload content regularly. And I don't want you guys to miss out. Comment below if you have any tips, any encouraging words for me, or any of your goals that you're trying to pursue. And so I want to encourage you, again, to make that step. You may not have it all figured out right now, but that's okay. You'll figure it out along the way, as I'm doing right now. And at some point, I'm going to let you guys in just behind the scenes of even the name of the business, TAG. It's actually an acronym. And so stay tuned for another story time on what has inspired me to name the business TAG, T-A-G. But regardless, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And until next time.